Hi guys, Kara Irving here and welcome to Snack Chat. It's the food chat show where I ask the questions that rarely get asked. Like, what's your favourite hangover food? Or what do you eat after sex? Not only will these questions be fun and exciting, but we'll also learn a little bit about our favourite Melbourne foodies. So we're joined by our very first guest. She's a Melbourne PR powerhouse and co-founder of Modern Currency. Please welcome Miss Erin Sing. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
So we're here today and we've got some wine, which you've kindly brought along. And as part of each episode, I'm encouraging guests to bring along a wine that they love, or even a drink that they love, or a snack, something that just resonates with them and tells a bit of a story. And I hear there's an interesting story behind this particular bottle of wine.
There is indeed. So I have brought a Coombe Yarra Valley 2004 Chardonnay. So I'm a big fan of cool climate Chardonnays, and I was at the Coombe cellar door and they said that they had uncovered 7 cases. They found them in their cellar. So I snapped one up. So I've got 6 bottles and I've been saving them for special occasions.
Oh, exciting. So today's that special occasion. All right, let's crack it. So Erin, I'm going to paint a picture for our viewers today. So you grew up in a very small country town in northern New South Wales called Narrabri. Population 6,000, I would estimate.
Yes, 6 or 7, yep.
Tell me about what dinner time was like for you growing up in your household.
Okay, so dinner time for me, so I lived with my mum and dad and my sister. So we were very much meat and 3 veg family. Every now and then my dad would get quite creative. He's someone, he hates food waste. So often you might end up with, say meatballs with like leftover salad just chucked in. So he would fry that up and there'd be all sorts of bits and pieces in there. But he's very big. He hates wasting anything. So our meals were, probably quite standard, but every now and then a little bit crazy.
Where did you go for like a treat meal? So was there a McDonald's in Narrabri?
We did have a McDonald's. That was, probably highlight of the town when we got that. So we had a McDonald's and a KFC right across the road from each other. So
that's winning. I feel like that's winning in a country town, because if you don't have a Macca's, then your town's obviously
Are you
not
even
big
living?
enough.
I don't know.
That's it. I suppose going back to your childhood, so you would have grown up in the 90s, like you would have born in the 80s, grown up in the 90s. What would have been an iconic snack of the 90s that you've just remembered from your childhood that you love?
From the 90s. Oh, I don't know if this is quite common, but so I was a big crusket lover back in the day.
Crusket.
Love a crusket.
I love crusket.
So to be a little bit exciting, after dinner, my dad and I would often make crusket ice cream sandwiches. So vanilla ice cream, just your standard, normally black and gold brand, and then place it in there, 2 crusket, and then delicious.
That's a genius hack. I feel like I'm going to try that.
Yeah, you should.
In the next coming weeks.
I might bring it back.
Yeah, that's great. So going back to Narrabri, tell me about where you could go out to eat.
Oh, so we were quite limited. So we had a couple of Chinese restaurants, which were quite good, but I think the highlight of the town and your special kind of occasion dinner would have been at our local RSL. They had a restaurant called the Outback Shack, and it was kind of decked out like an Outback Shack. So there was tin roof everywhere, and probably about every hour, the lights would start to like go really dim, thunder would start happening inside, and then rain would actually trickle off the tin roof and down.
Really?
So it rained inside, so it was like the hotspot.
Yeah. That's such a novelty.
Yeah, I know. I think, people came from all around to go there.
Wow. Yeah. So you would say that's Narrabri's calling card?
Yeah, it definitely was. It definitely was. Now we have a pub that has a bowling alley, so that's
that's
a
always
bit of
good.
a calling card there.
So what would you do now, because you're Melbourne based, where would you go out for dinner if you're looking to impress? So if you're impressing your partner, if you're impressing your family, where would you take them?
Okay, well, I think It's probably no surprise. I would have to say I'd go to a Romy, which is a beautiful fine dining Italian restaurant, which happens to be just across the road from my house. So it's perfect for me. I can have too many wines and then stumble home.
Yes.
But it is beautiful Italian. They're full of heart and soul there. It's the type of place where you walk in and they give you a big hug, hello, a big kiss, and they welcome you back. So it feels really nice to go there.
Now I'm going to ask you some questions, really stupid questions without notice.
Okay. Oh,
Sorry,
God.
get ready for it. Okay, I'm going to list some gimmicky kitchen appliances and you have to take a sip of your wine
Oh, no.
if you own them.
Okay.
Okay, so it could go either way.
Okay.
You might not have any of these. So, all right, ready?
Yes.
Pasta maker,
No.
slow cooker.
Yes.
Yep, here we go.
Do you have to drink too if you have it?
No. Actually, I'll join in. Okay. All right. So I can say slow cooker as well because I don't have a pasta maker. I really want one though.
I don't even pasta making. I feel like you're very legit if you have a pasta maker.
I thought-
You're basically a chef.
You are, basically.
You're a big deal.
Reusable coffee cup.
Yes. I own 3.
3?
Yeah. 1 for my desk, 1 for my car, and 1 for my handbag.
You're great. I own them, but I don't use them a lot.
That's bad.
Decanter.
Yes.
I don't have one.
Ooh.
I know, controversial. NutriBullet.
Oh gosh. Yes.
Sorry. Thermomix.
No.
Okay, no Thermomix on this end either. Popcorn maker.
No.
No, 0 for me. And last one, microwave.
Oh, yes.
For a second there, I wasn't going to drink, and then I was like, I have a microwave. I own one.
You're like, who am I? Yes,
Some
I do.
people don't.
Some people don't. Apparently, it's good for you not to have one.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it.
Disadvantage,
though. Yeah.
though, if you need to cook something really quick.
Exactly.
Okay, another stupid question without notice. They say you don't make friends with salad, but given lettuce is the main ingredient of salad, can you rank these lettuce varieties in order of awesomeness?
Awesomeness. Okay.
So I'm just going to say, I'll list them all, then you can rank them.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's serious.
Spinach, iceberg, cos, butter, and rocket.
Ooh,
Okay, so we can start at the top. Maybe we start at the top and we
Is
say from
spinach
best to worst.
baby spinach or is it spinach?
Not English spinach, baby spinach.
Okay.
So something that you would see in the supermarket in that plastic bag.
I would have to say butter, number 1.
Butter.
Delicious.
Love
Love
it.
them. Can't get enough.
Okay.
Probably closely followed by cos,
Yeah.
then baby spinach,
Okay.
then
You've got
iceberg.
Iceberg.
Because iceberg, I feel like, is underrated. It can go with so many things.
really
On a
can.
sandwich, amazing.
Yeah.
And then I would say rocket. Is rocket the last one? Rocket's right down the bottom for me.
Such
Yeah.
a polarizing taste, I feel. Yeah, I love it or you hate it.
Yeah, not a fan.
So, in your role, you would travel a lot, overseas quite often, interstate. But I guess there's nothing that's more satisfying than when you come back from a big overseas trip when you get to cook or eat a particular meal. What's your go-to meal after you've hopped off the plane and you've come home?
So I think it depends on time of day. So if it's dinner, I think something that's really kind of classic and probably sounds a little bit boring. It's more your meat and 3 veg, like a nice roast, where like pork roast with beautiful crackling, roast veggies. But if it's morning, I just really like Vegemite on toast. I think when you travel, you miss that so much. So yeah, beautiful bit of sourdough, butter. You need to have way more butter than Vegemite. And then yeah, a little spread of Vegemite.
Love it.
Delicious.
We live in a world of Instagram where it's populating our social media feeds. We're always scrolling and seeing all these awesome, like, I suppose, posts of people cooking and making amazing meals on their feed or in their stories. Can you reveal what your most disgraceful day of eating looks like?
Oh, God.
And it's okay, no judgment here.
It's normally when I'm left alone. So for some reason, when I am by myself and I feel like I don't have anyone judging me, I go to town. It's so bad. And my partner travels a lot too, so it's not good. So
So starting at breakfast, like if you just terrible breakfast meal.
Yeah. Breakfast, I'm normally all right. I normally try and start the day okay. So maybe, you know, eggs, bacon, some avocado on toast. So I try and be okay.
Yeah. That's a good one. That's a good start to the day.
Start to the day. My snacking's bad though.
Okay.
Like
Paint a picture.
I'm like a popcorn gal, and then I might be like a cheese and cracker gal. Then maybe some cured meats, and then maybe an ice cream, and especially if I'm alone, there may be like a cherry ripe involved.
Oh, yeah. But there's no shame. There's no shame. I feel like we often see, and we're always comparing each other to each other online. We're always looking at that other person going, oh, I wish I was eating the, you know, the quinoa and the kale and the salmon, but realistically, we don't always eat like that.
And sometimes it just doesn't taste very good.
No, and sometimes you want that cherry ripe.
Yeah, sometimes you need that cherry ripe.
That's exactly right. I'll drink to that.
Yes.
Ching ching. Two more questions. Okay. One of my favourite questions. Ooh. What's your most basic bitch meal that you make?
Basic bitch meal.
So to paint a picture, and I can give you an example. My basic bitch meal a few years ago, because it has sort of evolved over time, but it originally was I would cook pasta, and you'd boil the pasta up, drain it, you put 2 Kraft singles, so the cheese, that's that plastic cheese for those playing at home.
Delicious.
Put it on top of the pasta, and then you get a tin of tomato soup, and you pour it over the cheesy noodles, and then you mix it all up, and it's just this beautiful cheesy tomatoey goodness. So it sounds really gross, but it's really yummy.
It actually sounds delicious.
It's great, and you can alternate, you know, the cheese and the tomato depending on your taste.
So many options.
You could have ricotta. You could just have tin tomatoes. That's a healthier version, I guess. But that's my basic bitch meal.
Okay, so I think mine would be rice, plain white steamed rice, steamed vegetables, and then I get a sauce, chicken tonight, honey mustard sauce, and just basically pour that on top.
That's great. That's super easy.
Yeah, super easy and delicious.
Love it.
Chicken tonight sauces, yum.
Yes. Okay. So from basic bitch meals to the most basic question asked ever. So this is the dinner party question.
Okay.
But you can be with anyone from any time frame, and you can be anywhere in the world. Where would you be, and who would you have dinner with? And what would you eat?
Oh gosh. Okay.
I know, so many possibilities.
Okay. Where would I be in the world? Well, I feel like one of my best food experiences has been in Singapore. I feel like the Singapore food scene is really evolving and it's really exciting. So there's a restaurant there called Meat Smith Little India, and it's in their Little India zone. They make this pork, it's called pork tomahawk. It's huge, but it is so beautiful. Comes with this beautiful chutney. So I'd say I'd be eating that. And then I'd have to take my partner, Jared, along with me and eat it. And have wine.
Yes.
Deliciousness.
Beautiful. I love it. Well, thank you so much for coming along today and being my first ever guest on the series.
You're welcome.
And thanks for bringing along this delicious wine. It's been awesome. I think we're going to have to finish the bottle.
I agree.
Sounds good. Ching ching.
Cheers.